Hey, it's Dr. Ron Kaiser here from the Mental Health Gym and the Rejuvenating Revolution. And here today to talk about passion. Kind of jumped on spontaneously as a follow up to the other P's that we've discussed so far of the type P personality. Remember, we've gone through personal goal driven, proactive, and positive. We've got three more to go, starting with passion. Now, passion is one of those things that's used a lot without uh, a whole lot of thought being placed into what it actually means. We talk about passionate love affairs, and certainly a non-passionate love affair could be a passionate sex affair, but not really a passionate love affair. But a lot of times people don't extend the word passion beyond the intensity of uh, sexual relationships or love hate relationships, which the two are not necessarily mutually exclusive, but they don't go together necessarily either. But passion can be used in many, many forms. Uh, as you probably know, my definition of rejuvenating is that it's the art and science of growing older with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is kind of an underlying emotion that can really attach to every day. So if I wake up enthusiastically, I can go proceed through the day, may eat at a nice restaurant at some point, uh, may meet a friend, neither of which am I particularly passionate about, but I can be enthusiastic about the time that I interact with them. Passion is really reserved for a few special things that are more intense than enthusiasm and that in many ways build upon enthusiasm. They also build, or a passion also builds upon the previous P's of the type B personality: goals, uh, being personal goal driven, being proactive, and being positive. Now, it's one of the glues that holds the type P personality together because your likelihood of pursuing your goals through fruition is enhanced if you feel positive about them. Now, many people lead their lives without passion. How many people do you know that work at a job they don't particularly like? They may come home to either an empty house or to a spouse or partner or family that they're not very passionate about. They may not have another interest that fulfills the need for passion. And those people are really, number one, on their way to depression, number two, on their way to having other kinds of medical issues. Because you really need passion in order to make life, to enhance the way that we lead our lives. So let's talk a little bit about it. I think that there are at least four areas that you want to pursue with passion. You may not have to do it in all four areas, but it does make you healthier if you are. First of all, if your work is meaningful to you, meaningful enough to be a passion, so that you really look forward to being there, not because of it gets you out of the house or something like that, but because you're doing something worthwhile that is really exciting to you. Having a family life that you can be passionate about enhances the overall quality of life. And having outside interests, independent of work and independent of family, is another area where I think it's important to pursue with passion. Think people who have passion toward those three areas are really in good shape from a health standpoint and really on the way to being a type B personality. But I think the thing that you really need passion about are your goals. So if your goals are personal goal driven, if your goals are those that you've developed by yourself based on things that are meaningful to you, and if in fact you're willing to be proactive in pursuit of them and you continue to feel positive about them, then you really have built in a structure for enhancing your quality of life for a long, long time. And goals can fit into many, many different areas in terms of your personal lifestyle, in terms of your work life, if you're retired, in terms of the activities that you choose. Now, when you think in terms of goals, they are most likely to be pursued with passion. Probably the only way they can be pursued with passion if they are positive. In other words, if your goal is to reach that point where I can retire and I don't have to get up in the morning, I don't have to be on call, uh, I don't have to put up with, other people's annoying behaviors. What's the likelihood that you're going to replace that situation with a passionate quality of life? Not very likely. So that you really want to, whether you're working, whether you're retired, whether you're thinking about it, to really make the move going forward so that it's something that you're thinking about not negatively. You're not moving away from something, but you're moving toward it. Passion is more intense than enthusiasm. Passion can't be maintained by play acting. Passion has to really feel like it belongs to you and you've got ownership of it and you are even more than enthused about it. That's why you can have passionate love affairs and continue to have passion toward your work, passion toward your friendships, passion toward leading life in general. So, in order to separate this out, enthusiasm is kind of here. Passion is reserved for certain kinds of things that brings the level up. Can you identify what you're passionate about? As I said, ideally you're going to be passionate in 3 or more areas, but I definitely encourage passion towards your goal. So, again, if you're personal goal driven, if you're proactive, if you're positive, if you're passionate in pursuit of those goals, you're well on your way to being the type P personality that we should all be aspiring to. A couple more P's that we'll be dealing with: persistent and playful, and we will get to those next week. In the meantime, identify what are the activities that you're pursuing with passion. Are you really passionate about them? Are there some things that you're pursuing on a half-hearted basis because you're being too cautious to commit to something that you could pursue with passion? Passion is necessary for a healthy personality growth and development. And if you're finding that that's vacant in your life, please do some self-examination. Please be willing to talk to somebody about it. Passion is necessary for healthy growth and development. And on that note, this is Dr. Ron signing off. Looking forward to talking with you the next time.